Imagine you are standing in a crowded room, surrounded by people whose names you cannot remember and whose thoughts feel like a locked safe. You might think that being able to peer into those minds would require a supernatural gift or a magical power. We often look at those who seem to understand others instantly as if they possess a secret key to the universe. But the reality is far more grounded and, frankly, more exciting. The ability to connect with another human being is not a mysterious talent given at birth. It is a set of tools that anyone can learn if they are willing to reverse engineer the way we interact. We spend our lives projecting our own thoughts outward, but we rarely stop to listen to the quiet signals others are sending. Today, we are going to look past the performance and the entertainment to find the real mechanics of human connection. We are going to explore how shifting our focus from our own minds to the people in front of us can change everything from our work life to our deepest relationships. To understand this, we must first look at the surface concept of what it means to be a people reader. On the surface, it looks like a trick. We see someone guess a name or a celebrity and we think they are reading a mind. But the surface truth is that they are reading a person. They are looking at the small signs that we all give off without knowing it. They are looking at how a heart beats faster when we think of someone alive or how our body temperature seems to drop when we think of someone who has passed away. We give away our secrets through the way we hold our hands in our pockets or the way our eyes shift when we change our minds. On the surface, this looks like a special skill used by performers to amaze an audience. Most people think, I could never do that. They see it as a gap between the expert and the average person. But this view misses the point entirely. The true goal of reading people is not to perform a trick, but to build a bridge. Beneath this surface, there is a hidden assumption that keeps us isolated from one another. We often assume that our memory is the problem. When we meet someone at a party and forget their name 2 seconds later, we blame our bad memory. We tell ourselves, I am just not good with names. But the hidden truth is that it is not a memory issue at all. It is a focus issue. We assume we are listening, but we are actually just waiting for our turn to speak. We are thinking about our own name, our own stories, or even what we want to eat for dinner. We never truly knew the person's name to begin with, so there was nothing for our memory to hold on to. We are like people trying to write in the sand while a wave is already washing the words away. This hidden assumption that we are passive observers of our own forgetfulness is what stops us from growing. We think the wave is in control, but we have not yet realized that we can pick up a stronger branch and carve our intentions deeper into the sand. If we look at the structural pattern of how we learn and retain information, we see a cycle that we can use to our advantage. The pattern of successful communication follows a simple rhythm of 3 steps. It is a structure of listening, repeating, and replying. In the world of marketing, this is like the instructions on a shampoo bottle where you are told to lather, rinse, and repeat. But in human connection, the structure is more meaningful. First, you create a blank space in your mind for just 2 seconds. This is the listening phase where you stop the internal noise. Then, you repeat the information back out loud. This is not just for you, it is for the other person to feel seen and heard. Finally, you reply with a connection. You attach the new information to something you already know. You create a visual anchor, like a pair of earrings or a shared family name. This structural pattern turns a fleeting moment into a permanent mark. It moves the information from the shallow water of the shore to the solid ground of long-term memory. This allows us to reframe our perspective on what it means to be successful in any situation. Success is not about having an unshakable belief that you are perfect. It is about having an unshakable belief that the process will work. In professional life, we often fear getting things wrong. We worry about the risk of failure. But we can reframe that risk as a necessary part of the peak. If we believe in the system of connection, the belief becomes self-fulfilling. We move from being someone who waits for things to happen to someone who empowers others. We see that the greatest power is not in reading a mind yourself, but in teaching someone else how to find that same connection. When we reframe our interactions this way, we stop seeing people as puzzles to be solved and start seeing them as partners in a shared experience. We realize that everyone wants to be understood, and when we provide that understanding, we become the most valuable person in the room. Applying this to your daily life is as simple as meeting the next person you see with a quiet mind. The next time you walk into a work event or a family gathering, challenge yourself to use the 3 steps. When they tell you their name, say it back to them twice. Ask how it is spelled. Find a compliment or a small lie about a cousin to lock that name in your head. You will find that people respond to you differently when you remember who they are. They feel a sense of trust that is rare in our fast-paced world. You can also apply the concept of reading signals to your own emotions. Notice when your heart beats faster or when your hands seek your pockets. By understanding your own body, you can better understand the people sitting across from you at the dinner table. You can look into their soul rather than just their eyes. This deepening of awareness creates a ripple effect. It makes your relationships stronger because you are truly present. You are no longer just a person with trust issues holding your phone, you are someone who can bridge the gap between strangers. We can take this even further by realizing that we all have a role in the success of those around us. Just like an audience helps a performer by believing in the act, we help our friends and colleagues by believing in their potential. When we empower someone else to achieve something they didn't think was possible, we are practicing the highest form of mentalism. We are moving beyond entertainment into the realm of real human impact. We can choose to be the person who catches the frisbee and steps into the light. We can choose to be the one who looks for the name written on the card of life. Every interaction is a chance to practice this craft. It is a chance to turn a stranger into a friend and a moment of confusion into a moment of clarity. This is not about being the world's greatest mind reader. It is about being the world's most attentive human being. It is about the grit and the resilience to keep trying even when there is risk. When we do this, we don't just guess names, we change lives. We create a world where everyone is seen and no one is forgotten. We move through our days with a sense of purpose and a deeper connection to the endless dance of existence. If you could take a deep breath right now and decide to truly listen to the next person you meet, letting go of everything you want to say next, what hidden truth about their life might they reveal to you without even speaking a word?